This AI agent is going to simplify your life. So here are the instructions I'm giving it, just to give you some idea of its capability. Delete my appointment for today, add a calendar event for tonight at 10:30 p.m. for a get-together with friends, find a chocolate chip cookie recipe, find Grace in my contacts and prepare an email that contains the recipe along with the details of the calendar event so she can get started. Be sure to recalculate ingredients of the recipe, adjusting to make enough for 12 servings and include the recipe in the body of the email. Let's give it a go. Go bot go. Okay, and just to give you some idea, you could, this had simple chat interface, but it can be swapped for any other chat model and also conversational chat. So it's done. That was fast. I don't know if you noticed, it deleted a calendar event. It added a 10:30 event. Let's see what happens in the email. Boom, there's the chocolate chip recipe. I think, Grace, here's a chocolate chip cookie recipe for a get-together tonight. 12 servings. Make sure to bring your favorite drink. Looking forward to seeing you tonight. Okay, cool. That was fast and efficient. You can tweak the instructions to get a different result, but essentially what we have here is chat. So let me show you, let me kind of zoom in so you guys get a better idea of what's going on here. All right, so this is a simple chat that's part of the N8N platform. That's going to take user input. You can swap that out pretty easily. You can just like delete it and then swap it in for an alternative. You can do a webhook. In fact, I just connected a webhook for this earlier. I had a video that I made where I used a webhook. I had a conversational agent from ElevenLabs take all of this input from me. You can find it in my channel. This is a tool agent. It has connections to all of the other tools that you saw down below. I only had it work with just a few tools to perform this function. It looks like it looked at the memory because it didn't use the calculator this time. I had asked it to do a similar function earlier and it did use the calculator. It got a little burned in. So here you go, calculator. It went through my contact list, the Gmail, to send the message, the delete event. It didn't add any attendees because I didn't ask it to do that. It didn't update any events because I didn't ask it to. It added an event and it retrieved the current availability. It used memory and OpenAI. It used 4 times to perform this function. Let's dive in so you can get a better idea of how to build something like this for yourself. I can send you the JSON file for this so that you can just kind of upload it to N8N and configure it for yourself. So it's a tools agent. We're going to define below the chat input right here. And then there's the body of the message. The body is structured well enough for it to understand the instructions. That was the ding ding telling me I have 30 minutes to start making some chocolate chip cookies. Here's the role. You're an AI agent scheduling assistant integrated with Google Calendar, Gmail, contact list, calculator. Your primary role is to manage calendar events, retrieve contact details and email notifications, and perform basic calculations when needed. So that establishes what the objective is for the AI. Beyond that is the capabilities. So you understand the process natural language, so that's access to the OpenAI model, manage the calendar events, retrieve contact details from database, send a confirmation email via Gmail, perform calculation when required, store short-term memory. The short-term memory is right there. And let's continue there. What did we miss? What didn't we get to? Tools, OpenAI, memory, get events, add events, update events, add events with attendees, delete, contact list, Gmail, and calculator. Beyond that, there are instructions. When a chat message is received, process the request using an OpenAI model. If the request, by the way, it used OpenAI to find the recipe the first time. I've seen a lot of videos where they suggest adding a web search feature, but Microsoft bought OpenAI and it's letting it use Bing, so there you go, and you can save yourself some money. You don't have to connect to an external API if you don't want to for web browsing. Although it could be helpful in some cases, just not in this one. If the request involves scheduling, check availability using get events. If an event available slot, create a new event using add calendar. Add events and add, okay, I really don't want to read this. I think you guys can read this well enough. So then there are constraints. input here. I want to get to something really important here, and you can slow this down and copy and get this data if you need to, but this is the important part. Okay, so current date and time, right? This is really important because whenever you're scheduling, you want to make sure that it knows what time it is and also knows what your time zone is. Earlier, when I first built this, it had, I think it was using GMT time. I've seen some videos where people are not defining the date and time, and I think that they had pre-trained it at one point. But if you're doing a fresh build, you want to train it in the system messages. Part of why I'm doing that is because I've set the context length. It's only going to receive 5 inputs from me before it forgets what the 6th one was. OpenAI, if you are interested in knowing how to connect an OpenAI, I can walk you through that, but there are lots of videos on this. You can also chat GPT, how do you connect OpenAI through N8N? You just got to get an API key. And then get events. So with get events, you're going to connect your Google Calendar via API using an OAuth. Tool description, set to automatic, resource, select event, operation, get many, from list, meeting. Then you have your message. So from AI, so you're going to be using from AI because that is necessary in receiving messages from AI, which is why it's $ from AI and not just JavaScript. And then you're going to put it in quotations. JavaScript prefers quotations, although in N8N it could take single quotation. And then you want to define what the operation looks like to the AI. So this is kind of a sample message. The before, similar but different, right? Instead of saying after, it's before, right? After, before, that's in the message. The query, the search. See, that's why we expand. That's why I expand. The search query to look for in the calendar, right? So it needs to know that it's going to be looking in the calendar. Leave empty if no search query is needed. And so this makes it optional. Then we have the add event. API, set automatic, event, create, because you're going to be making an event. You select the calendar you're going to be working with. I also selected the tab, the calendar I wanted to post to. You can select multiple calendars. The start time, again, from AI start, from AI end, start, end. You can see why I chose the words that I chose to make this, followed up by an example. Always use double quotes. And then I gave it options, right? So you don't want to do attendees. In this one, it confuses it. We're going to allow the AI to add attendees in a different tool. This one is going to be helpful for description, location, summary. Use a format that's easy to follow. It's going to be looking for is you're building a pattern around events and then description, event, location, event, summary. Later on, when you are going to end up using a webhook, let's say with ElevenLabs, then you're going to be able to reference this pretty easily in ElevenLabs or whatnot. So I'll give you guys a link if you want to play around with hooking this up to ElevenLabs. It'll be fun for you guys to have a conversation with your own personal assistant. So it's not just chat, it's conversational. Update event. Like I said, it didn't need to update event because I didn't ask it to, but it could. And here's where we're at. So end and start, from AI start time, from AI end time. The event ID. Whenever you are going to be updating anything, you are going to need an event ID, and you want to leave that dynamic for the AI to be able to find the event that you're talking about. So you just do from AI and then event ID in double quotes. Add event with attendees. This tells the AI that it's looking for emails of the attendees and is going to be putting them, processing them through that field right there. Yeah, I never do anything in settings, so you don't have to worry if you're missing any data here. It's easy, don't need to do that. Delete, easy enough. Event ID again, so you see it's in green because it used that function. The Gmail set message send to from email address email subject, email body. You would have seen me use that many times over and over. You want to keep that consistent. Contact list, same thing. API, set automatic, set within document, get rows, and then it's a document that I have. It's called real estate samples, but this is what it looks like right here. Boom. And you have Grace right there. That's the email address. That's my email address. And contact data. It's because we're using the contact data tab in Google Sheets. And that's it. Okay, so what's a calculator, right? There's nothing here. It's just a tool, very useful tool. I feel like it's one of the essential tools. If you're gonna have a personal assistant, you wanna add a calculator to it. You can ask it math problems. It can help you with homework. just saying. Okay, and I think that wraps it up. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you like the video, please subscribe. If you have a need to build a personal agent assistant for yourself and you don't want to follow this video, send me a DM and we'll talk and I can help you set that up for yourself or your business. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you next time.